Good morning and welcome back. Well, the holidays are supposed to be a time for happiness and celebration, but for those marking their first Christmas without a loved one, it can be especially challenging. Melissa Revels from Gunderson Health System's Bereavement Service is here with us this morning to talk about the help that's out there. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Talking about this topic, do you feel like, especially during the holidays, it's kind of something that people more so want to just put on a happy face and gloss over, not necessarily address some of the issues they're dealing with?
Absolutely. Losing a loved one any time of the year is difficult, but around the holidays it brings heightened emotion simply because we're with family and friends. It's a time of, memories that traditions that remind us that that person's no longer here. Often families will tell me that they don't want to put up decorations or put up a tree, and what I tell them, that's completely normal and acceptable to do that.
Sure. Now, talking about some of the help that's out there, Gunderson uses something called Resolve Through Sharing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Resolve Through Sharing is our bereavement program that it expands from perinatal loss all the way to adult pediatric loss as well. And so our program helps families in any period of their loss, help with support groups, we send out reading materials, we do phone calls with them, and so we have a website that they can go to, and if they want more help, they can simply just call us up and we'll see what we can do for them.
And do you see marked improvement from folks dealing with issues who go through this program, who talk about what they're having trouble with?
Absolutely. We follow our families years down the road, and they tell us that the Resolve Through Sharing program has helped them significantly in their grief. Often families will come back to us and speak to our staff for education, and they'll also reach out to other families that are grieving and help them as well. Yeah,
so a whole support network out there for folks who are struggling with a loss.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that I can tell from that families have shared with me is that if families don't want to participate in a certain holiday tradition, that's okay. To give themselves a break, maybe take a vacation has been found helpful. Also giving has been found tremendously helpful for the grieving, is giving to charities, giving to themselves, giving to others as well.
Sure. Just real quick here, we're running out of time, but what would you say would be the biggest tip for somebody who's maybe notices a family member dealing with, struggling with the loss of a loved one? What would you say would be the best advice for them to maybe broach that subject?
Really, it's to acknowledge their grief, to acknowledge their emotions, and to really tell them that they're there for them and that they support them and that they don't need to do anything that they feel is not right, and to do what's right for them.
All right, good advice this morning. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.